The world we inhabit is not as free, or certain, or safe as you might think. The things that you believe to be unassailably evident are little more than shadows dancing behind a curtain, a masquerade crafted and dutifully upheld by an organization known as the Foundation. The file you are about to hear contains containment procedures, descriptions, testing logs, historical and in some cases first-hand accounts of the anomalous objects the Foundation serves to secure, contain, and protect. Its contents have been thoroughly scrutinized by the Ethics Committee and approved by the O5 Council for release to trusted associates of the Foundation. This is SCP Unredacted. Item number SCP-4141. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. The door to SCP-4141 is to be locked permanently and monitored through a nearby security camera. All -2 instances are to be monitored at all possible times, and Foundation web crawlers are to monitor social media, online messaging platforms for messages and behavior that indicate a possible -1 instance. All known -1 individuals should be contacted nightly to ensure mental stability and safety. Description: SCP-4141 is a room located within a university library in Canada. From an outside perspective, the interior of SCP-4141 is an ordinary room with a table, 4 chairs, and a small desk on which a projector sits. From this outside perspective, any human who enters the anomaly and closes its door will exit approximately 5 minutes later. The humans who leave the anomaly at this time become known as -2 instances and are identical to the room's entrant both physically and mentally. From the perspective of the individual entering the room, once the door is closed behind them, it cannot be opened again. At this point, the individual is known as a -1 instance and cannot leave the anomaly through any methods. After the door is closed, the lights within the room will turn off, and the projector on the desk will turn on, despite no available power source being present, and play onto the adjacent wall. Slow jazz music will begin to play throughout the room, despite no speakers being present, along with a video in the projection. Due to the nature of SCP-4141, it is currently impossible for the intro to the projection to be properly documented. However, recollections from several known -1 instances through online messaging have been used to create a rough transcript. See Addendum 4141A. Once the intro to the projection is finished, it will switch to a point of view perspective from the -2 associated with the -1 instance watching. Each known instance of the projection begins with the -2 leaving the room, calling the anomaly mundane or just a room, and then continuing with their regular daily actions. -1 instances have no control over -2 and can only watch the projection. -2 instances are not anomalous in any fashion, aside from their connection to the anomaly, unless the -1 instance was already anomalous in some way. They exhibit no deviances in behavior over the course of their lives, save for any mention of the anomaly, which it will attempt to avoid whenever possible. -2 instances will age and react regularly to disease, illness, injury, and pain, like the -1 instance connected to it would, and will expire at an age typical of humans if not killed in some way beforehand. Every instance of -1 is disconnected from their instance of -2 in terms of the previously mentioned factors, as injuries or illness suffered by the -2 instance will not be felt by them. Should a -1 instance die within the anomaly by any means, their connected -2 instance will die at around the same time from one of many possible, unpredictable means, most often a brain aneurysm. If the instance of -2 dies, it is presumed that its connected -1 instance will die along with it, as no -1 instances in contact with the Foundation have responded after the deaths of their respective -2. It should be noted that after entering, all -1 instances lose the need to sleep, eat, drink, or excrete waste, and will not suffer ill effects if they never do so. This does not transfer over to -2 instances, however, as -2 instances that die of starvation, dehydration, or any complications thereof will kill their connected -1 as well. For a currently unknown reason, wireless internet connection is still possible within the anomaly, along with a single working electrical socket, in what is currently believed to be an oversight during creation. Cellular connection is cut off, but -1 instances inside can connect to the internet and communicate through it while inside, which is currently the only known way of contact and the method the Foundation uses to keep up to date with a condition of what are currently 4 different -1 instances. -2 instances that enter the anomaly again are not affected, usually leaving the room after 30 seconds and complaining of a mild headache. Addendum 4141A. The following is a rough transcript of the projection's intro, spoken by what is described as a young American male. Greetings, and welcome to the show. Both my colleagues and I are pleased to present our magnum opus, our masterpiece, the greatest work of visual art and cinema ever made. This is You, the real-time autobiography. You might be wondering what this is. In the simplest terms, it's you, a perfect biography and chronicle of your entire life, as it would be lived by you, except you don't have to live it yourself. You're a spectator for the rest of this life, able to make your own conclusions and determine how you feel about your own actions as they happen. Rest assured, dear viewer, nothing that the person you're going to watch does would be out of character for you to do yourself. This is you, purely you. The only proper and true chronicle of your entire life from this point onward. We all had a lot of fun making this, and we hope it shows. And for me, and all my friends and colleagues and acquaintances from Are We Cool Yet, we'd like to say, enjoy the show. Thank you for listening to this podcast. If you like what you hear, follow the link in the description to patreon.com/scpunredacted and help support me by becoming a patron for as little as $3 a month. You can get access to production logs, merchandise, recognition, and even a part in a skip. Regardless of tier, all patrons get early access to every single episode. I don't have the talent it takes to write a skip. All I do is read. Original authors make this podcast possible, so credit to the original author. Their link's in the description. Show them some love as well. Consider becoming a member of the SCP Wiki. Upvote their work and maybe write a skip of your own. Maybe I'll read it here someday. You never know if you never try. The content of this podcast and content relating to the SCP Foundation, including the SCP Foundation logo, is licensed under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0. and all concepts originate from scpwiki.com and its authors. This recording, being derived from this content, is hereby also released under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0.